Three, two. Welcome to another exciting episode of Master or Not with our wonderful heroes, the Water.
Spencer, no. Spencer, that's just a normal cat. No, no, no.
Spencer, the Super Cat.
Are you sure? He looks really, really tasty.
Julia, the Living Dead Girl.
Help!
Jace, the Technomancer.
I am not very much one for yelling, nor am I one for standing, but if you need me to float in the corner, I can yell World Star.
Transient, the Matter Manipulator.
Huh, I wonder what would happen if I added Chemical X to that Kek's DNA structure.
Rowan, the Living Glass.
It's a really good thing that I don't care about heat.
Last time on Master or Not, the heroes had made it to Omaha and decided to take a moment to rest. But during the morning, as the adults await their morning news, a strange buzzing followed by disco music from the 70s to early 90s began buzzing, hypnotizing all the adults in Omaha. Through various means, our heroes collectively realize that something or someone has hacked the emergency signal at one of the many radio towers in town. Their search has located a disco playing Sasquatch in a very high tech DJ booth. Rowan suspects a local power plant to be supplying energy to the entire operation and proceeds there. In the nick of time, Rowan finds the relay to the plant, which is on the verge. Finds the relay at the plant, which is on the verge of a meltdown, and hurries to cool the project before a bigger problem occurs. Dahlia attempts to cut the music down, but her bullets miss, and a Sasquatch has her in her hands. Jace alerts the group, prompting the remainder of the group to hurry north side of the outskirts. Dahlia sees her moments of feeling alive again almost snuffed when Spencer arrives and challenges Bigfoot Monoagato. Sasquatch accepts, but the quest is not one of strength, but one of grace. Can Spencer meet Disco Sasquatch step for step? And will the others arrive in time to assist and or save Dahlia? Find out today! We start the scene with Dahlia currently in the hands of Sasquatch before being gently put down as Sasquatch turns towards Spencer, who just accustomed him.
I immediately teleport to a safe distance.
Like, go ahead and pick many a safe distance. Like, you can also you have plenty of areas that have shadows amongst all around. Describe where exactly you're hiding.
She's gonna try to find a place that's got a little bit of height. Maybe the tower looking down on Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Disco Boy.
There is several spots in the architecture of the tower itself that you shimmy through in the shadows and find yourself on the right side of the radio tower, looking down. There, the metal portion is barely big enough for you to be standing on, but but you're able to cling and sort of like clamber around over to continue watching from above. Spencer,
Alright.
as you go ahead.
Is she able to have her hands free to pull out a gun, or is this a clinging to the side of the wall scenario?
It's a cling to the side of the wall scenario. I mean, you could try, but then there's a chance that you could slip and fall from the kickback of the gun.
Yeah, and as far as Dahlia knows, she can die, so she's gonna hang on.
You feel your heart beating in your chest and your hands thrumming. It's been a moment since you felt this alive, this scared, this terrified. Oh look, Spencer's approaching the Disco Sasquatch. Spencer, as you approach the Sasquatch points over towards like this short intersection where a bunch of the hypnotized hippies move out of the way, revealing a very large 20 by 20 square uh, disco floor.
Yeah.
He grunts and cackles a bit. We are challenged on dance floor. Prove your
He
might
nods and
in
go ahead.
dance. Now prove your might in dance.
All right.
Show me your groove thing, cat.
He heads over to the dance floor, and I guess he's going to start busting a move almost immediately.
As specifically, Shake Your Groove thing does play, which I gotta make sure it's appropriate.
It might not be. I don't know.
1978, yes, appropriate for the time. So as you go up and get onto the dance floor, I'm gonna need you to give me 3 checks. Your choice of dex or presence, your choice of intellect or awareness, and then stamina.
Okay, so first one was Dex was what or what?
The first one was either dex or presence. Next one will be
Okay, hold on.
intellect or awareness. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'll go ahead with Dex because that's the closest, highest one I have. Let me go over to there and make a roll. It's a 1d20. No, hold on. That's a 12. What's the next one?
The next one will be intellect or awareness.
I'm using awareness. That's a 10. Sail 8 on the die both times.
All right. And then the last one is stamina.
Stamina. That's a. Oh damn. That's one of the higher ones. That is a 13. Thank you.
You're
All
free to
those.
spend a penny on any of these 3 as you like. Or,
I'm gonna
before
keep my
I
rolls
declare
as
the
is for now. I'm just starting out, so I'll keep my rolls as is.
right. This is only round 1. So you go out there and you start giving yourself your. Go ahead and describe your dance as you get a feel for the rhythm. Once more, Shake Your Groove
He's
thing is playing.
so what Spencer's doing right now is he's basically starting off with some side to side steps and some hand movements, essentially moving his arms around and making some disco moves here and there. He's not really getting into it. He's just starting off, and as he pulls his hand across his face, he makes sort of like a V sign over his eyes, kind of staring at Bigfoot, like I've got you in
Giving
my
the Pulp
sight, kind of
Fiction.
thing. Yeah, that's basically what he does.
Fucking. All right. So as you start doing that, getting kind of groove, you are immediately met by Bigfoot who comes out, and you see him like giving that kind of double strut coming towards you, in a sense that his knees are doing most of the work as he looks like he's still sitting. As he's strutting over towards you, he gives up points the finger towards you before giving a couple of hip rocking before doing a quick onto the ground and a bit of like a armless somersault. You know when they do that windmill maneuver.
Yep.
He does that like twice before coming back up and continuing dancing. That's his round. You get a decent amount of like oohs and ahs on your bend, but the crowd starts picking up once he comes out and starts dancing his style. This is only the first few seconds in. Go ahead and give me another roll. Meanwhile, over on the other side of town, at the nearby power plant, Rowan, go ahead and describe to me how you're suppressing you begin suppressing the power plant's transformer. Rowan?
Sorry, my microphone was muted. Didn't realize that. That was very funny, but serious time.
Aha, he Greg. Haha.
So first things first, I'm going to try to activate the built-in suppression system that is on all of these type of transformers.
Right, which remind me, that's the immediate shutdown, right? The waterless one?
Yes. Electricity and water do not like each other.
Right. So you head over to the to the emergency shut off valve system, and you begin clicking a couple of wiring. Go ahead and give me a technology check in order to make sure that you follow the proper procedures without overstepping or overspeeding.
One moment, I have to look up what my modifier is again because I can never flipping remember, and these sheets are designed poorly.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, that'd be how it be.
Okay, that was the wrong one. That was before the update. That's still the wrong one. No, this is the right one. Okay, we're good. The technology. Oh, it's a +5, and then I have the other thing that gives me a bonus to like everything. Where are you? Nope, it's not that one. Where is it? It's on here somewhere. One moment. Jack of all trades. What is that? What is that bonus?
That just allows you access to every skill.
Oh,
That's all Jack of all trades does.
joy.
Yeah. Normally you cannot roll certain skills unless you actually have points in it.
Got it. So just a generic +5 then. Exclamation
can't extra
point.
effort.
Roll 1d20. Say again.
You can extra effort in order to give yourself an extra bump, and I can even given that this is a system that you have interacted with, you do also have a +2 circumstance bonus.
Okay, so +7 total because it's +5 normally.
So extra effort is a circumstance bonus would give you a +2, so that makes yours a +7. If you extra effort, it turns out +2 until +5 instead.
Okay, sure, sounds good.
But you'll want to spend a bunny, otherwise you gain exhaustion.
Oh, so I'll just do it at the +7, see what I get, and if I need a Benny, I'll use it.
Yeah, that's typically what we use.
Okay, roll. I'll use a Benny.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, a base +10 is still better than a +5.
So it's just +7 with a Benny, or is it +10 with a Benny?
You roll with a +7. If you roll below a 10, you get +10.
I rolled
That's
lower
low.
than 10.
So that is a
So that's a
23.
That is a 23 with a Benny usage. I will also Benny -1. Boop.
It takes a moment. Takes a moment trying to get over the blaring and sounds as you start going through a short memory log in your previous history. As you were warned by a previous scientist who was coming up with this failsafe system that this would occur, and it could be a bit distraughting, but it's better to focus on the switches rather than looking towards the flashing lights at your side. And from there, you reenact the same shut off procedure as back then in that memory. And once you come to, it leads to the last switch being set as the system begins to start shutting down. and warring down. You hear the temperature gauge go from that high beeping to a slow beeping as a couple of the people are starting to sigh relief and go, "Oh, it's starting to cool! It's starting to cool! Thank goodness!" Uh, from there, in your as it's cooling down, you do recall the notion of making sure everyone else is either out, or you can take this opportunity to garner any more information just in case there's any more Himmel influence here in this power plant. The choice is yours at this point.
I'm gonna look to them. Hey, initiate no cell phones for the next 24 hours and take care of the rest of this. I have other places to be because I've seen the message saying to where to rally. And I'm gonna hop in my car and go.
Yes, ma'am. All right. All right, everyone. Let's keep it calm as everyone as the voices start fading. Once you go back out to your car and start driving towards the section, you double check your phone and it shows a message from Jay saying where everyone is at. Your familiarity with Omaha reminds you of the radio stations that were built on the outskirts, in your perspective, not too long ago.
And I am going to take advantage of the fact that I cannot experience G-forces and push my vehicle to the utmost capabilities that it can while still being safe enough not to run into everything.
Right. Wait, I said car. You were riding on a motorcycle. What the heck?
Incorrect. I switched to my car, remember?
Oh yeah. Wait. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Ah. So
That was a
you
whole
switch
thing.
over to. Forgive me. I keep forgetting what you're driving. The bike or the Impala.
It's the Impala.
So you start making your way over towards the Impala. As we flicker over towards the next set of dance moves between Spencer and the, the Disco Sasquatch, as I need to do my secret rule for him in comparison.
Secret Sasquatch roll.
Secret Sasquatch rules. Why does it show with an N+9? So I'm looking at 12, a 10, and a 21, right?
Yep. Who's winning? That's for sure.
Yeah, hi there. 1 second, surprise Gato. Yay, surprise Gato.
Is it really a surprise cat when there's, 2 cats in the house?
Well, I was more surprised that Transient had made a cat. And Schrodinger appeared. I was not prepared for Schrodinger. No one expects the Schrodinger. Okay. This one's another. Mm-hmm. Dankeschön. So you describe your dance move, and I'll flavor it with how your rolls came out versus how the Sasquatch rolled. As the song, as the music shifts from shake a groove thing to a more uh, different beat.
Well,
Slide to the left. Crisscross.
yeah.
That's a 90s song. Can't use it.
Why can't I use it?
Because that's a 90s song. This is
It's a
disco.
late 90s song.
Still good.
Electric Slide does not function in this way.
No, but it's funny.
So what Spencer does is he kind of flips upside down onto his hands and instead starts following the beat by replacing his feet with his hands. And he can do it because the stamina roll was high, but it's still just basic movements. It's almost like he's provoking Bigfoot into showing something off.
Oh, you son of a gun. As Don't Stop to Get Enough by Michael Jackson does pop up, allowing you to get catch him off guard with the maneuver. In his watching, he tries to match your step for a quick second, but then your stamina kicks on as you pick the speed up. Try to do a double step in between the musical swirls, which throws him off his awareness, and he bumps into the crowd for a few seconds. They push him back onto the dance floor. The crowd mixture kind of dips more, switches more into your favor as you continue to dance flawlessly. Dahlia, you do watch as the crowd can seem to be almost easily swayed as the music keeps going. Go ahead and give me a perception check while you're up there on the thing, or was there a different thing you had planned in mind?
I think she's gonna try to scope out the situation because she's pretty precarious right now. And if she sees something really alarming, she may try teleporting somewhere else. So perception, does she get any kind of bonus for being up high and having a good vantage point?
I will give a +2 for circumstantial height bonus.
All right, I'll take it. Not great. You know what? I've got a lot of bennies thanks to you, so I will do a benny. All right, so let's try that again. Wait, am I using the right Dahlia sheet? Oh, I'm not using Dahlia's sheet. Hang on. Hang on. This might
You might
change.
not need to use the penny.
Okay, am I using perfect Dahlia still? Why is that one not open? Oh, the other one is. Let me go find the other sheet. Hang on. I was so proud of myself that I had everything already up, and then it turns out I didn't. All right. Portfolios. Dahlia.
It dips, and Dahlia's looking for some bips. Oh God. Hashtag almost started early. Hashtag heresy. Hashtag Jason a Corner with a 1980s news camera
Okay,
finally
never
saying,
mind.
It's the gritty.
Never mind on the Benny because she actually has a +10. So +10 + 2 is 12 plus the 5. So she would have rolled a 17.
That would make it. That would meet a couple of the visual sites that you would be seeing. Hashtag Dahlia. Oh, thank God, I almost died. Hashtag, oh wait, I can die. Hashtag, shit, I can die.
I know. Dahlia's like, crap. What's self-preservation? How do I do that?
Hashtag, Spencer hit this man with that redonkulous breakdancing skill. Hashtag, pushing the red button MIB style. Dahlia, as your eyes are like looking about, trying to make sense of your perspective, you do see that about, I would say about 35, 40 feet downward is like the very top of the platform that Disco Sasquatch was in. And by the top, I mean there's like a canopy that goes over the actual booth itself, and that's where what you're seeing. As you look across the crowd, you can see the the cityscape, and in the wee distance, about what you can surmise maybe 2 to 3 minutes away, is a familiar-looking Humvee. Or is it a Hummer or a Humvee? Jace.
Both are technically
It's a
correct.
Humvee.
Oh, no. There is a definite difference between a Hummer and a Humvee.
Except for colloquialism there is no difference in the civilian zeitgeist.
Military grade Humvee.
Just
As
because
a
it says
familiar,
military grade does not mean it's military grade.
as
Yeah,
a familiar
Stores
looking,
better.
military base.
I just see Jason's vehicle on the horizon. You look more towards the right where the actual dancing seems to be taking place, and in that distance, you see a familiar looking Impala coming across at almost higher speeds than normal, passing by a couple of red lights that immediately turn green right as she passes under, almost like someone had a particular pull on here. And that's when the power system fully turns off over on over on this side, as the radio tower seems to stop humming, and while it has stopped humming, the music only now emits from the main uh system at the base of the radio tower.
Well, shit. Looks like she's gonna go back into the throng of it and get to the base of the radio tower to shoot up some speakers.
Don't.
Alrighty, so go ahead.
Nothing. I'm not there yet.
Oh, okay, it wasn't above it wasn't above knowledge, above board
Yeah.
knowledge.
It's a.
If there's a correction, by all means, either
It's not a.
message me
It's
or
not a correction. It's.
It's a Dahlia, don't do that stupid thing, but Dahlia doesn't know it, so. Actually, hang on. Maybe Dahlia does know it, because even though Ed doesn't know it, Dahlia is smarter because she has she has well-informed abilities, eidetic memory, and jack of all trades. So is there something Dahlia could do to shut off the last speaker for the music?
speakers.
Okay,
As
the last set of speakers for the music that are at the base of the radio tower.
as four large speakers are playing the music that Spencer's dancing to, you will need to investigate to see where they're all at in order to actually blast them. But one is quite obviously like in the center, in front of the actual booth itself, blasting very obviously. Three others seem to be coordinated around. You'll have to look for those on your turn. Go ahead and
All
give
right.
me go ahead and give me one investigation check for when you get down there,
All right.
and we'll pick that up here shortly. Remember the number so I know what I'm looking at.
27.
Cool. Remember that number. As we flicker,
27?
yes, remember that number. As we flicker back over to the Humvee.
If the
Will
other two
the-
have want to do, they can go ahead. I've got something in mind though.
Well, the transient Jace, you guys are still in the vehicle with Agent Smith at the helm, and Darren trying to plot out how he could best Swiss cheese a large hairy mass. You guys do see a series of events happening outside, including people coming to and power shutting down on your way. The music does seem to the emergency broadcast does seem to stop emitting in your guys' radio system.
Kinda.
And if there's any other interesting
This-
things you want to bring up here, this would be a beautiful time.
I'll let the other two go first, like I said.
So, what's our plan? Like, what are we doing?
I have no idea. Hey Jace, what's our plan?
Well, Spencer may be destroying its ego, and I assume Darren is going to shoot it as soon as we arrive. But Spencer is having a little bit of an issue, so I'm going to give him a quick boost if I can. So, DM, this is going to be a series of extremely loaded questions, and I'm sorry.
Go for it.
Okay, first and foremost, you have previously established that Pyrogol has a football team, correct?
Yes.
You have previously established that Spencer acts as a mascot for the football team, correct?
Yes, as the Power Girl Panthers.
Okay. Would I be safe in assuming that Pyrogol undertakes in the age-old tradition of bullying introverts known as pep rallies?
Fuck yeah.
So, I would assume that Spencer, being the school mascot, has trained to do specific dances for the pep rallies in time with specific songs. Am I correct, DM?
Would have.
What?
I did not hear what you said. That was all food.
Sorry, I meant to say would have. Had the school not gone on fire and be in the midst of reconstruction. The football team has had him as a mascot. The cheerleading team have only had sparse time to teach them certain dances. And the big chance to show off those dances was going to happen that day before the weatherman appeared.
But Spencer has trained with those dances.
Yes, he has.
DM,
He got a,
go ahead.
he even got a natural 20 on training with those dances.
Oh, boy. DM, here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the default pep rally song for Pyrogol High?
No. No.
DM, I need an answer.
Okay, I don't. How do I fucking describe it? Because it has to be that cookie cutter, same thing. Fuck, how do I even start it? Like ba 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 ba. That fucking thing.
I
That's
don't know the
I know what
song.
you're talking.
I don't know the song you're referring to, but I know the general vibe. Yes, I am being
it's
reminded
so
of asbestos tile ceilings.
it's so cookie cutter. Like I swear, you could put that out there. You'll be hit with every state's version. That's just the states. I'm not counting every county because I know for a fact that the one I went to had its own personal version just for the Cougars.
All right, in that case, DM, I would like to play that song over the speakers using the hack that I got in previously.
Fine, give me with a tech. Give me a technology check.
Okay, I want
Heck
to
you.
activate Sleeper Agent Spencer.
Oh, I hate you.
32 for activating Sleeper Agent Spencer.
I hate, but you found the exact band for band sound length that matches the school's canter. You know it because of these slight echo reverberations from the final etchings as the system begins just playing it barely. And now the next song that plays for Spencer is in fact something similar to the school canter. Spencer, your next rolls have a +5 additional circumstance. While I need to
Oh
adjust my rolls.
boy!
Anyways, I have just activated Sleeper Agent Spencer, so if you guys have anything you'd like to do besides plan to light up Sasquatch with a 50 cal.
Well, Dahlia's gonna. Well, I guess Dahlia's. Oh, God.
That's a natural 20. That's a natural 20.
There's no point. Spencer just wins.
Sleeper Agent Spencer just activates. Oh,
There's no dex. I'm using a Benny. I'm sorry.
You have to. The programming is too strong.
So that's going to be a 19. 19. Plus one more. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and add a Benny for that one too. Let me see how many Bennies I have left. Oh, hold on. Let me do this again. Sorry, I forgot to.
Get that.
I have
slut
one left. Get that slut out of here.
Hang on, did someone slut themselves?
Yeah, I did. That was me.
Hmm.
A random Laszlo came up going, I can dance this well.
He's not got great stamina on it, but my God, does he have the moves?
So once more, that's a 29, a 19, and a 13.
Hey, this is such a weird out-of-pocket reference. DM, do you remember the live-action Alice in Wonderland movie, the first one?
I want to say yes. The one with Johnny Depp, or with the one before that?
Both of them had Johnny Depp. It was just the first one. It was just called Alice in Wonderland.
Hmm.
The reason I ask is because I imagine Sleeper Agent Spencer activates, and it's just the Mad Hatter dance from the end of that movie.
It was like Findle walking or something.
It's like, was it that? I thought it was like Flanagan or something.
I'm putting it in Villa's memes. They're a gift.
All right. So before I give the exact results for this set, was there any more RP between Transient, Dahlia, and Jace? As Darren looks over. Oh,
Dahlia's not there.
sorry,
Dahlia-
Wilda. Damn it, Wilda. Wilda, Transient, and Jace. My apologies. Ah,
Kaga, you showed him that wolf form, and he's already trying to write you out of the campaign.
I know.
no, that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing.
I've been adding to it. I now only have 34 PowerPoints left, and I haven't done skills yet.
Kage,
What?
you're supposed to be RPing with the group.
Well, it wasn't my turn yet.
But it is now, if you want to.
I honestly don't know what we're all doing because we're
Well,
going there. I can't remember why we're going there.
We're going there because we need to stop Squatch, because Squatch is using Himmeltech to brainwash people, and also because Squatch nearly crushed all of Dahlia's bones.
Yes, and my bones actually matter now.
Which has Darren on the near frothing moment of, I gotta save my daughter! I gotta save her! You need to drive faster! You need to drive faster! Move faster, Agent Smith! I don't care what Matrix we came from!
I don't know why I'm just
I
imagining
would buckle
Darren's
my
head.
seatbelt, but that would go through me.
Agent Smith, can you make sure all the windows are rolled up just to be safe?
Rolling up windows now. As all the windows are now, if they haven't already been rolled up, are now fully up, including the sunroof.
Okay. Meanwhile, I imagine Darren's like, there's nobody on the sidewalk, Smith. He can save a few seconds.
I'm pretty sure my car still gets there faster.
Oh, no,
We can get to
absolutely.
the car right there. There's only a couple of kids there. Just make sure to go around them. I just said, Mike, she's more important right now.
Yeah,
Going
those
around
kids are like
this.
5. There's less investment time in them right now.
Those kids are only 5. Haven't had a long enough bonding moment. The mothers will survive.
They haven't invested enough time for it to suck yet.
Oh, hello, but isn't the consequence of my action.
I guess to get us there
Daniel?
more quickly, I will
Go on.
I will authorize Smith to drive more recklessly as long as he does not hit people or objects.
All right,
Yeah.
then at the increase of risk, go ahead and give me another technology or a vehicle check. Technology or vehicle check.
You know the answer to that question, Dan.
I told you this would happen if you made him do a check.
Pump up the jam, pump it up.
You succeeded, but just barely. Just barely. Only 1 degree this time. At the cause of being a little bit reckless, he does seem to start hitting the curves in order to get to the outskirts a little bit harder. There's a moment where the vehicle does lift off of one of the vehicles in one of the turns, causing everyone to kind of slide down to the driver's side of the vehicle as it begins becoming more turbulent. Will
No,
that you
Dan,
are now? Go ahead.
No, go ahead with the will. The description first.
Well, that you are because you're not able to be buckled because you're a moving body of water. You're technically sloshing in place. You know how like a chicken has that head won't move, but the rest of the body will.
Goodness, yes.
Yeah, one section of you is there conversing with the group in this turbulent motion, while the rest of you is kind of like sloshing against the chairs.
So you mean I
Now,
get all around transient?
Yes. Sorry, Transient.
That's good.
No, I have one more thing to ask DM of importance before I just hand it off to those two to do whatever with. Does
Yes.
the vehicle get above 55 miles per hour?
I need to make a check on that one.
It doesn't really trigger anything. I just need to know for flavoring purposes, because there's this really fun thing that happens when you get military vehicles like that faster than 55.
In the one section of the stretch that he does go through, which still happens to be across the park, as suggested by Darren. Yes, he does start hitting speeds at 55. Thankfully,
So-
not enough, no children in the path.
So when we start getting a little above 55, I have heard it described as follows. A helicopter, as one might guess, is a bunch of carefully constructed pieces that are violently trying to shake themselves apart. I have heard it described that Humvees are quite similar, and when you get going that fast, the entire vehicle is trying to rattle itself apart.
I'd
Yes, but
buy it.
This one's been reinforced by transient, so it's likely tightened down more than.
Oh no,
What
I don't
other
think there's a
military
risk of it coming loose. I think it's going to be rattling a lot.
Oh yeah, there's no talking inside that Humvee.
It's about as noisy as when they were firing the 50 cal to shoot vampires.
I'm sure actions can speak louder than words amongst between the two between the lovely couple here. Puddle Strandian, is there anything you guys wanted to do before we shift scenes? As you guys do notice that you're approaching the outskirts a bit more hurriedly than normal.
Hey, quick question for Rowan.
Yes.
What happens if I inject some nitrous oxide into a Humvee's engine?
It'll explode.
Do not. No.
And if
You
I...
have to
Civilians.
understand. First off, they're kerosene based. They don't even use gas. So any kind of booster of any kind going into that engine is probably going to make it explode.
Technically, we're using an H2 as the primary engine carrier.
Even an H2 is not going to handle that sort of thing well. They're meant to get hit and keep going, not go stupidly fast.
Hey, GM, what's the DC for me to reinforce an engine to be able to take a nitrous oxide boost?
Hi, this is Mutants Mastermind. When we do stuff crazy like this, there would be a DC 21 to reinforce it in this current scenario in order to resist being completely annihilated by a nitrous boost injection. By all means, give me an alchemy try.
I love the idea that Jace sees a gleam in your eye and is just like, I'm gonna buckle up a little harder than I was before.
Alright. I will go ahead and Benny that.
I'm gonna. Hey, Smith, could you enable the roll cages, please?
Rolling up roll cages.
So that's a
It is
31.
It is advised not to inject nitro immediately in. Sees that hears a quick clap and sees the engine is now a more improved version before the nitrous injection. Engine improvement noted. By all means, swell this baby. Hashtag transient no. Hashtag boost. Hashtag unboost. Hashtag unboost.
Give me a second, I've got to add a hashtag to that.
One more time, Kai.
Sorry, I
Ha!
was unmuted. Or I was muted.
Hashtag 88 miles per
hour,
mother-
motherfucker.
Hashtag boost me up, Scotty.
Alright, I've done my shenanigans for the chapter.
Hashtag the cripple is not rated for these G forces. Oh lord, this is gonna keep coming. As once the improvement is made and nitrous boost is sent, everyone can feel the immediate G force push them towards the back of the Humvee. There is a slight marker in your visual HUD, Jace, as an indication of danger. Danger picks up.
Wilda's against the back window now. 'Cause of all the
Kinky.
G forces.
Sure.
Before we switch back over to the results for Spencer, Dahlia, and the Sasquatch, hashtag making the GM read this in a silly voice. Hashtag fast. I was fast once. Hashtag against the back window. Hashtag Nigel Thornberry. Yes. Hashtag in it. Hashtag this is need for speed. And I think that's about it unless Spencer wants to toss up another one.
He's trying.
So many people are trying. What the heck? Hashtag Rocket Cat.
Cat's not here to make this a rocket.
Hashtag faster than ludicrous. Hashtag going flat. Takes me back. Hashtag Elton John wishes. Hashtag we need a Vin Diesel AI because it's all about the family. Hashtag family. So so going back over to Spencer, you start. You were not ready to hear the immediate school theme kick on, followed by the pump up the jams, and you feel yourself going back through the immediate training that was with the cheerleaders at school. Hashtag that could be arranged. And in your motions, you pick up and get the crowd more into rallying, despite them all being uh not non high schoolers, like early 30s, probably out of college hippies. But the music is so jarring for the Sasquatch that he seems to stumble and then tries to follow beat, but his stomps are not in rhythm, and it's starting to look really off. So he tries to do a bit of a punk move, and then starts doing a handstand jumping jack in that same standard, which seems to be kind of catching the people a little bit back. It's getting close, but the crowd is still in your favor. You almost have them in their thrall. As the music continues with Pump Up the Jams, go ahead and give me another set once more with the same bonuses. Dahlia, as you go down, aim your gun over at the main speaker. You get the wild itching and start looking straight across, and then somehow, jutting behind one of the large rocks that acts as like a natural barrier along the road, is another speaker, kind of like blending in and matching the same gray color that the rock itself was. You have two targets to start shooting at.
All right, and once again, I have to remember, how do I do multi attack? Was it I do my full bonus minus 2 or?
So yeah, you would take your bonus and minus by the amount of enemies that you're trying to splice it to. So if it's just two, you go you take a -2 to your bonus, and then you roll off of that, and that'll be
Okay.
spread between the two or more targets.
Okay, so her shooting is good. Okay. So so -2. 1d20 plus
All these dances that Spencer's doing. You don't even make
28.
it in 2022. All right. Remind me the damage check for those.
It's the assault rifle, so DC 20. And I don't think the speakers can dodge.
No, but they are made of a different material, not normal. They do look foreign. However, your bullets do tear into them. One seems to be starting to crack as the music kind of sputters and spats in between your bullet shots. The other one definitely is starting to get staticky as like one of the bottom speaker sections cuts out.
Okay. Well, I assume that's my turn.
Yep. Spencer, you can you describe your dance as I have to make my response rolls?
Sure. Just a moment. So Spencer at this point, is getting ready to finish off Bigfoot, and he does so with style. As you see Spencer start spinning just a little bit, cartwheeling over to one side of the stage before, with one very mighty leap, 25 feet straight in the air, because we have canonized that he can jump that high.
I am picturing him doing a full-on Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab, like
Something like
destructo
that.
dance.
Oh, absolutely. Everything's getting destroyed, kind of, when he does that. And he slowly comes down, and he hits the crest of that parabola, and slowly comes down like a hurling missile towards the dance stage. But he stops himself in a roll and turns it into a spin on top of his head before finishing with a flourish. And he's
As you finish
actually breathing somewhat hard.
As you go through your flourish, his response is attempting the worm at a fast-paced rate, which seems to be overcut as you start sparking in the air, coming down and catching everyone off guard by the glow as you start spinning with your afterglow that he can't seem to keep up. And as he like spins back up and goes into a stand, even he's caught off guard at the amount of movements you can do despite the multiple songs having gone through. He seems to be really caught, really in awe. He seems to start clapping for you. The crowd is heavily in your favor, and it seems like you almost have this whole thing in the bag. As the music does start taking a bit of a staticky note in the back, to your senses, you're starting to hear some like hopping in the back. Everyone has been like heavily mesmerized by the music, including you, but you're able
But
to like
do I notice that anything bad is about to happen to this dance?
go ahead and give me a perception at this point. Give me a perception check at this point, as Dahlia, you have managed to take out another not take out, but as you're shooting, I will let me bite my tongue a couple seconds. As you're shooting and preparing your next set of shots while looking for the other two speakers, give me a perception check with an additional +2, given you're now on the ground.
Okay. We go to the hero rose.
That is 19.
Okay, perception. So it'll be a +12 with the +2. 20, a dirty 20.
You both are able to see the
wanted to
Humvee
say-
come across the crest of the hill and start coasting not on the road but on the actual grassy field as it comes careening through the park and over the horizon. Blah. It is within a minute and is almost upon you guys as the sun window opens and a very surly man pops out, unable to like make coherent words. Get away from our dang daughter! There was a 50 cal now pointed towards the crowd and Sasquatch.
Oh no. Towards the crowd and Sasquatch?
Bear in mind, the crowd has been around the whole dance floor, bobbing and weaving and being like the secondary judges to your guys' dancing, which once more Spencer has shown getting the crowd's greater favor. So most of them have been sliding more towards where Spencer's dancing is.
So I think Bigfoot would be in the open at that point.
There's still some that were liking Bigfoot and haven't exactly moved over completely. But yeah, he is still in the full open. Hashtag that can be arranged. Hashtag are the brakes ready for the speed? Hashtag brakes? No. Hashtag the chassis? Yes. Hashtag ungodly tire screeching. Hashtag ramming speed? Hashtag I can rate the brakes for this. Hashtag asking as I can't come back from the dead. Hashtag indiscriminate 50 cal. Hashtag casualties deemed permissible. Hashtag AKA collateral. Hashtag eliminate Harry Anderson. Rowan, you are coming across the street on the opposite side in a more safer manner, but still just as speedy. You're able to come to a screeching halt to get a better view, just as the Humvee comes careening over the hillside. Jace, Transient, and Willa, you guys are currently in the back suffering plaid states of wear from the immediate nitro boost that is still burning through the engine at the moment. You guys are about to come across a crowd of tourists, and you can already hear Darren getting to rev up the 50 cal. What do y'all do?
Immediately making the brakes so that they can handle this. Additional brake pads.
Go ahead and give me an alchemy check as you attempt to make brakes that are equivalent to handle. What would this be like? Mach 1 stopping? No, Mach half. A half a Mach, right?
Not even half a Mach. We probably reached 80 miles per hour in this thing. And that's a maybe.
Spencer can see the fabric of time and space coming undone around the Humvee.
Perhaps.
Slight shimmerings of wibbly wobbly followed by a 50 cal barrage. Ugh.
So there's my roll
Brake-
for the brakes.
You want to describe how the brake systems you made look exactly?
Yeah, you know how they were standard brake hydraulics? Yeah, now they're super hydraulics.
Just like 8 times the size of a normal hydraulic system. As it comes to a high screeching halt, the Humvee practically starting to lift up on one side. As the momentum starts to like come bearing back on you guys as you reach the end and start approaching the crowd itself, the vehicle comes to a a sliding halt, grinding up to about 2 feet away from the dance floor, narrowly hitting a couple of the pedestrians. As it careens back flat on all four tires, Darren has the 50 cal now set on Disco Sasquatch. He utters one word, mine, and begins pulling the trigger. Spencer,
I mean,
you
he
have
called
enough.
dibs.
He did call this. Spencer, you have enough speed and awareness to know that the bullets are about to come out and start hitting Sasquatch, along with 2 other people that are currently in the way. You have enough speed to either save 2 people or to attempt to move Sasquatch,
I
or do
have the
nothing at all.
power.
It is your choice.
Either I let 3 people potentially die, kill Sasquatch, or kill 2 people.
The
That's what
trolley
you're doing here, right?
problem and
The trolley
Schrodinger's cat.
problem.
I mean,
This is a hard decision because I want to say Bigfoot too.
so what will you do?
Can I cut
Well, I
in
mean,
here?
he did try to like brainwash an entire city.
Go
Can-
ahead,
And
can
Rowan,
Rowan.
you were saying?
Something that I think will work.
Yeah.
Uh, What would you say? Wait a second. No, you're slamming on the brakes, right?
At this point, according to the scene, we have effectively come to a stop.
Yep.
If that's the case, then I would have had enough time to see what's about to happen, not hit the brakes, and put myself between the crowd and everyone and the Humvee with my vehicle. And I do
Go
not.
ahead and
Go ahead.
give me a vehicle check to make sure you can get in between it right as it's hitting that final slide crux in order to be there properly to keep him from being able to aim directly at two innocents and Sasquatch.
Roger that. One moment. Vehicle.
Oh wait, this is hero's roll. I gotta roll somewhere else.
What am I? Wait, what am I? Squint. I have a +6 on vehicles. Okay.
Is your Q vehicle rated for 50 cal AP?
It's Rowan, so yes.
I'll pay good money. That being said, I can still destroy the vehicle. Rowan will have another one by the start of the next chapter.
If you destroy her vehicle, let's just say, Dahlia, your dad's gonna have some words. Some very choice words.
Hey, you're the one who's coming between him and Bigfoot, so like, you know.
Him
spend a
and two
penny
people
here?
he was going to shoot. You
If
have
got
bennies,
Benny,
yeah.
you can use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a penny. So I'm just gonna re-roll that. 1d20 plus 6. How did I roll an 8 twice? So
You mean an 18 now?
24.
So that's a 24.
yes, 24 now. That's it's stupid that I rolled the same thing twice. Benny -1.
So you, as you see it coming up and see the brakes immediately supersize and kick off, causing this vehicle to brake and start lifting from the back end as it starts going almost sideways. You hit your you hit your accelerator and bring your vehicle just at the crux before it can get close enough to the crowd. Your vehicle does feel feel a bump as it gets somewhat pushed, but is able to keep the 50 count from being at the exact point where Derry can just press and start firing. At this point, Spencer, you're able to perceive that the barrel is now being adjusted, going from the empty section on your right side, and moving towards where the Disco Sasquatch is, which is more towards your intermediate right.
I wasn't done.
I was just informing him what he's seeing. Go ahead and continue with what you're doing in this part of the scene.
Essentially, she's coming out as half liquid and engulfing his entire body. Outside of him being able to breathe through his nose, I am immobilizing him because I do not think he is in his right mind.
What right father would be when having access to a 50 count, hearing that his daughter is almost being crushed to death?
Why is my dad inside of you?
Because Rowan is under the suspicion that he is not using all of his mental faculties, considering Can I finish talking?
Guys, 1 second. Let Rowan finish.
I lost my train of thought.
So you swirl up and start surrounding Darren, holding him in place in the liquid glass, even catching the trigger to keep it from being compressed.
Correct. He's not in his right mind. He needs to be restrained temporarily until cooler heads preside.
Meanwhile, Jace, Wilda, and Transients, after the breaking, you all are finally free from the heavy G-force that was compressing you to the back of the vehicle. As you come down to a sudden stop, you hear slurping noises and Darren going from his irrational behavior to a sudden quiet. You guys are free to look around. Give me a short perception check.
Oh yeah, I get to roll this session.
Just go ahead and color me the jackass here for being taking so long. Jace will be Jace, go ahead and roll your fortitude to see how the Jocelyn has set you up. This time, it's a success by 1 degree. Francie, you're able to notice, you're able to like get your bearings first out of everyone and see Darren being encased in liquid glass. Uh, the telltale sign of Rowan trying to keep him from shooting. As you look out the window and see a massive crowd, like now, still moving out of the way of the vehicles, but like in a much more worried manner as the music is starting to like wind down. Dahlia, I believe at this point you would take more pot shots at some of the other speakers, or you also stunned at the sudden vehicle popping up, vehicles popping up.
She's gonna take out the speakers because one track mind, and the music seems to be the root of the problem. So
Go ahead and give me an investigation, and then give me your attack.
okay, an investigation.
The investigation to see if you can see the other two. There's
Okay.
like four, as I said, 4 speakers are still playing. You can hear them individually.
Okay. 22. So I assume I spot them with that. Right, Ace?
He's Gregging.
I'm not Gregging. I'm like catching up. So one more time.
She rolled a 22 investigation. So I assume she can roll some shots now.
Yes. Go ahead and roll your attack as you do notice the west now. And it seems to be exactly right across from you, hiding underneath a series of trees that seem to be like falsely perched over the speaker.
Okay, is it only did I only spot one, or do I spot two?
You technically have a full view of all of the north, south, and west one. The fourth one is still just hiding from your view.
Okay, so in that case, she'll just use her full multi-attack thing on that one. 29.
Goodness. All right, let me roll the damage on that one. Damage rating. I believe that actually would be 3 degrees of failure in this one. You set a full clip into the west one after seeing it, and after dumping the full magazine and then beginning to reload, you hear the music starts to get eerily uh, digital as that speaker not only flares up and dies, but a lot of the power seems to be surging around and starts to cause the music to sound worse. Once more, causing the digitizing of the noise. I am blathering. Forgive me.
Ace is losing his
Spencer?
words. Do you taste copper?
No, not yet.
Do you smell burnt toast?
I can barely smell right now. My nose is stuffed. But I'm fine. I'm fine. Not having a stroke. Not having a seizure. Not having a heart attack. So to reprise the scene, as the group has arrived to the scene, Darren has been stopped from shooting directly at Disco Sasquatch, who seems to also be enamored somewhat as he's trying to continue the dancing contest between himself and Spencer, who Spencer is going full on school mascot given the new music switch up that still seems to be persisting thanks to Jace's earlier intentions. Uh, at that point, everyone, especially Transient, is able to see Dahlia pointing her rifle and shooting a full series at the most for at a speaker across from where yeah, I can
The place that you said earlier.
the west, yeah, on the west side. Under a bunch of trees that were propped up, a speaker explodes. Forgive me for failing English today.
That's not hard. Welcome to the English language.
In the arbitrary of everything, the the group inside the Humvee, Jace, Wilda, Tranian. Is there anything you guys would like to do after this series of events have occurred?
Hey Jace, you need speakers?
Not really, I don't think.
Wilda's just like sliding down into the trunk.
Oh, we're gonna have to do that again someday. Preferably when not panicking in the middle of the city.
Please no.
Thankfully, Jace, the spots that were popping up in your eyes have just calmed down, so you're able to start seeing everything that was described earlier.
Where's the Squatch? We need to get the Himmel supporter.
He's over there having a dance off against Spencer. Points out window.
Spencer, what dance move are you currently doing right now?
Currently, I am still spinning on my head a little bit.
So you know that running man position from the stop signs? He's doing that but upside down on his head, spinning. Along with that, you also see speaker explode after Dahlia emptied a clip. The only one who doesn't exactly see this is Wilda, who is currently in a trunk.
Yeah, I'm
Wilda,
in the literal back of the RV or the Humvee because I couldn't seatbelt myself.
water does tend to go to places due to pressure. Well, I believe. Will we say that the trunk is tight enough to cause claustrophobia?
No. It's a Humvee.
Okay.
It has a hatchback.
So you're sliding outside then.
Actually, the trunks of a Humvee are pretty well sealed. Probably just in the very back.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a drain
So
port, but she would be pushed so far back she wouldn't be able to reach it.
That's funny.
Yeah, the drain port's on the floor. There's no way she's touching that. She's so far in the back, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right. So Wilda, it will take a couple of extra seconds for you to reconstitute before you get your bearings. In that same vein,
You have
Spencer,
blood.
Yes, and that, damn it. Yes, in that same vein, you have blood, just the same as this air is going to go in and give you a heart attack.
Dying.
Spencer, you do start slowing down your spin as you begin to attempt to start the next song before a sudden shift in the music occurs. The destruction of the of the first of the four speakers seems to cause the music to take a more screechy tone, and the Sasquatch before you starts to hold his head in frustration. His moves take on a more erratic uh, finesse, and he doesn't seem to be keeping up with your dancing.
I feel like there's something wrong going on here, right?
Yes.
Can I insight that the speakers might be controlling Bigfoot to a degree? He's controlling them.
You may.
All right, roll insight. I don't know if there's an insight check, but I'll look and see if there is. There is. +2 for me. That's a 10.
It's like the faintest of realization that maybe, just maybe, like with how the music was affecting all the adults, maybe Sasquatch is also an adult.
My God. I immediately stop what I'm doing. And DM,
Yeah.
do I see the other speakers?
You go ahead and give me a perception check as you look around.
You need to have several perception checks.
Rowan, you yourself, Rowan, as you're holding on to Darren, you also hear the wave frequency from the speakers start to take a harsh tone. Your ability to pick up frequencies know that there is more of a that this harshness seems to carry like a subliminal message in it that's very grainy and easy to pick up. It's like a one word subliminal message. Fight.
I couldn't understand what
Okay,
you said.
Oh, fight. Tatake. Fight.
Yeah, I
Katakana.
had a feeling about that. I'm gonna go ahead and reform my head so that I can say everybody's being affected. Make them all stop. Stop the speakers.
Dahlia yells out, "Already on it!"
With that mentioned, it is audible to those inside the Humvee, Jace, Transient, Wilda. After Wilda reconstitutes enough, Wilda, you do hear that.
Oh, then I need to see if I lose breakfast or if I lose part of myself.
Would that be a fortitude check?
Yeah, I'm doing a fortitude
Yep.
check.
All right. Given the current rate you're going, the exact
She's water right
Right.
now, so this actually has far less of an effect on her than you think. Remember, by physics standards, water does not compress.
Yeah, it's just more of I was pushed up against something. It wasn't
just
very
spreads you around.
comfortable. Am I stuck? Am I partly stuck in the carpet? Am I partly stuck in the seat?
Yes.
You can definitely feel like one of your like your left foot kind of stuck in in the seat in the crevice after being compressed. Like your left foot. Bear in mind, you're still in your water form, so you could probably just osmose it back out of the cushion with with a couple of seconds. But it does feel like your left foot is in the couch and not in your body.
I'd like to be solid again, please.
We, desperately need to figure that out.
Yeah.
I'll keep working on it the next time we're not being attacked by random Himmel bullshit.
I'll
I think
slither
this entire
over,
trip is.
pick up Jace.
I think this entire trip is Himmel.
Almost. You were saying Kage? Or Wilda?
I said I'd get up. Alright, slither out of the car and pick up Jace.
Oh, hang on, I just realized something I need to roll for, actually. And it's not related to Jay specifically.
Did you get knocked the fuck out?
No, I need to roll for the chair.
Oh no.
The chair
That
was
could be a
strapped on,
problem.
it's fine.
No. Not the seated chair. The sentient one.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was talking about. He was strapped down. He's fine. If he's strapped down, he's part of the vehicle.
Okay, he's a little better.
Administrating. What was it? Antacid to help soothe the upset stomach from violent regurgitation.
I don't think any form of Pepto will help at this point.
Oi, Rockin' Prime, I heard ginger pills work good.
I have
No,
no
check
mouth
your
and I
inventory.
must take pills.
Unfortunately, ginger pills are not in my inventory. All there is magnesium sulfate.
Wait, why do you have a laxative?
History shows that the secret base that Jace was held housed up at had terrible fiber in its diet, in their dietary.
I don't know.
These were supplementary in order to help.
You can just say that he has a colostomy bag and not, you know.
Well, he's not lying. That was actually a thing. Himmel thought it would be good for morale.
Well, good news, I didn't see any lasting damage.
That means the outside isn't broken. I don't need any more broken parts on the outside.
Hold on. What the fuck are you doing? That is not even food!
Cat!
That did sound like cat rage.
That was cat rage. Like, wow. Hearing that in stereo here.
The cat decided to bring me baby wipes.
Clean yourself up, you fool.
I desire the cleanse.
No, the cat was telling her, clean yourself up.
The cat heard people talking about laxatives, and the cat was like, here, you could use these.
Sorry, that was just...
Jace, with how much I've reinforced that Humvee, I'm pretty sure a tank shell could not harm this thing at this point.
Anyway, let's go up there. Do you need to be held transient?
I think I'm good. That was actually kind of fun.
Okay.
I'm glad someone had fun.
I'm going to go ahead and look at certain individuals' dad. We're going to be calm now.
Give me
Because the music's faded a bit, how does he react?
And I need to make a wisdom, well, a will roll for him.
Well, he should be good at that because of his abilities.
Check again.
Because
Dahlia.
D. He is impervious to will effects.
It's impervious to.
I'm hearing is can't be under Himmel's influence.
No, he was just shooting at Sasquatch because he owed him money.
Yes, but
And a new fur
the
coat.
random people in the way was the problem.
Oh. Yeah, that does seem a bit out of character.
Like I said, frothing. He was frothing. Now you're hearing a sub-frequency, Tatake, fight. No, I'll never say normal. Never, not ever since finishing Kamen Rider Ryuki. I could not go back to a regular fight. It's Tatsukai.
Hey,
So, yes.
remember, he has a tinfoil hat underneath his hat.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
No, Jindaru.
There is not a sub-frequency that can enter that skull right now.
Doesn't he have like tinfoil hat? And then also there were jokes about him having a steel plate.
Yes.
And a
Yes.
plate, yeah.
And currently, glass earplugs. I have given him the ability to breathe and little else.
There's a couple of grunts coming from the nostrils as he breathes out what seems to be a fine. I'll be more calm.
I will release his head and head only to start.
Well, thanks, but you better start assisting the cat as you turn to look at the look toward where Spencer is. As Spencer starts looking and starts pointing out, oh hey, there's a speaker. As he points over towards the north one, the most
Can I
obvious one.
shoot it with my fiberglass crossbow I can make?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Go ahead and give me a shot as you form out your fiberglass crossbow and take the shot. And
Okey-dokey.
Spencer,
Yeah.
as you're pointing things out and hearing the odd frequencies, you do noticing the odd behavior that Sasquatch has started picking up. You do witness him start moving towards one of the civilians with a rather angry look.
I'm going to stop him in his tracks by trying to restrain him.
Go ahead and
God.
give me a strength check.
Why
All
can't I
right.
roll today?
I don't know, man.
Trust me, Avery is just being a low-balling bahooch today.
I will Benny. Last one.
That's a 26. That's a 26.
Jesus.
26 and a 22.
Why?
That's for Rowan.
The 22 does hit. Remind me the damage
No,
for your.
No, that's Rowan.
That's me. I don't know how to calculate damage on this.
The weapon itself, it should have a DC.
It has ranks.
So what's its damage rank?
4.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
I'm
add
so-
15
I'm
to
seeing
that, and the
5.
DC is a 19. Yeah, you should
I'm
see
seeing-
something that's called specifically damage on the weapon.
Yep.
Looking.
I'm looking on the thing I downloaded. It's showing a damage of 5, so that would technically make it a DC 20. So give me a moment.
That will be a fortitude check of DC. Well,
I see it now.
if she hit. Remember, parry or dodge gets calculated first.
Except there's no dodge. It's an inanimate object.
Okay. At which point it needs to roll a fortitude check and
Toughness.
quick question, do you still have the list of Material strengths?
I do. This one only had a toughness. Only had a current ranking of 4, as it was just odd steel plating. It's the
Okay.
wiring and the unique effects on the inside that was making the frequencies odd. The fiberglass does hit true, and in a spectacular fashion, hits a particular electrical panel on the inside, causing the northern one to feather out and die out, slightly exploding due to cartoonish effects. So currently 2 have gone down, and the frequency has gotten higher. It is almost loud enough to be picked up by audible ears. As everyone,
What about the other 2 that I damaged?
Alright, be
one
advised.
was damaged but not fully broken. The other is almost completely shattered. It's just the bullets have not been able to find that sweet spot. That's just how the toughness rolls.
Okay.
Wilda, I know you can't use your water powers to short out the speakers because that would hurt you. Could you smother whatever generator's keeping them online?
I already took care of the generators.
Well, there's clearly a backup generator because the speakers are still on. I mean, like a gas generator.
Hmm.
Damn, I didn't even need to make you make a roll for that assumption. Hot damn.
Is Kage Gregging?
And Gregging. Kage's thinking
Son
and
of a
Gregging.
bitch. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can do that.
You could just drop me on the ground somewhere. I'll be all right.
I'll place him gently on the stairs.
and
I
Spencer,
have to roll this real quick just to see, but go ahead.
There's his arch enemy.
all right. Will it go ahead and give me an investigation as you look for the gas power generator source? Spencer, you go and you grab Bigfoot before you lunge at it, and it feels kind of weird. Like you actually have to put effort into this compared to most other supposedly strong people you've dealt with. There's actually some take to this give, as you manage to hold him dead steady before you was able to grab a pedestrian close by. His grip just like missing their hem of their shirt, and the person just starts like turning around, running away, realizing, oh crud, it's Bigfoot. He's real. The days has been slowly fading now that the audible noise has been coming up. Wilda with that 8. Oh wow.
What?
Sorry. I just caught up to Hero's World and just seeing Jay slowly slide down the stairs to the lowest point in the area, hit his head on every step. What a -1. Like, I'm so sorry, Jace. And I feel like the only reason why you haven't switched over to Jules is just out of embarrassment and you haven't gone to sleep yet.
No, because
Or
he's not
not embarrassment,
exhausted.
but like sickness. Right. That.
I think he's got a concussion, and that's why it hasn't kicked off.
You're able to deduce from slithering around as quickly as you can that close by in the western proximity, just past Dahlia, well, not just past Dahlia, but a few feet past Dahlia, uh, in what seems to be its own personal Faraday cage built and covered with some foliage, is the generator currently hiding. You just need to crawl into the Faraday cage in order to manipulate the gas thing to your liking. Which, given that you are a water being, there is a big enough gap in there to allow the admissions to exit that you can utilize to slip in.
Nix did not like the fact that there's a Faraday cage.
Well, I'm sorry, Nick, but Faraday cages seem to be a persistent thing in my campaigns.
Only when I
Okay.
need to silence people.
Okay, let's do this. I do I disrupt the fuel or disrupt
Hey
the
guys, I'll be right back.
energy? That's the question.
I think fuel, because energy, it could hurt you. It's water.
So can't the engine.
Well, if you put water in a gas tank, it just gunks everything up and shuts it down.
But
It
that
doesn't
uses
really,
Uh,
and the
water.
oil and water don't mix, so.
Right,
Quick
but you would be-
question. Puddle, are you 100% H2O? Zero impurities.
I don't know the answer to that.
Freak
Jay?
out!
Just go ahead and roll a d20, and so long as it doesn't
Something
go
to remember,
below
Mayor?
it.
Impurities
Go
hurt
ahead.
her.
So if
Oh,
they would
yeah.
have hurt her, she would be constantly in pain, so she shouldn't have any impurities. She should be pure water.
From somewhere down the stairs, Jace is like, "Is there a cord coming out of it or a cord plugged into it?"
Hold on, I gotta roll the 1d20. I got a 7.
Yeah, the reason why I was asking was because you shouldn't have to roll, because
Oh.
the last time you had anything other than water enter you, it hurt you. So I have to ask, Mayor, is she pure water?
Yes.
Pure water is not a conductor.
Then I'm impure because electricity shuts off my abilities.
So what I'm hearing is to get you back into your regular form, we should shock you.
That's how she got into this state in the first place.
Oh, okay.
Electricity, people. It's fun. It's weird. It causes strange things.
This does provide me some future insights into the fact that I think the electricity is not necessarily interfering with your water body and more interfering with the synaptic connections that you have in your water body. But for the time being, let's figure out this situation and I can do all the complicated math when my head doesn't hurt.
So, Wilda, what route do you want to take the chance in?
Gonna look at my intelligence real quick. I have a 2 intellect.
1
I
point
know
for
Alright,
either
I'm
of
back.
these.
Yes.
What?
I'm back.
Oh,
Okay.
hey, so 1 point will definitely tell you that yes, electricity is bad, as it will make you just regular water for the time being, which puts the fear in you. Then there's the other point, which is being beaten up by pistons suck. Choice is yours.
Was there a cord or is it just remote somehow?
Is there a cord or is it just remote somehow?
Electricity
everything-
cannot pass wirelessly.
With
everything
our
seems
current
to be-
technology, no, but in DC it can.
Really giving me high hopes here, but I did mention that it's wrapped in a Faraday cage. The Faraday cage isn't been in the ground. This gas-powered sensor seems to have been in place some time before you guys arrived here, as everything seems to be embedded into the ground. It is almost quote unquote a sealed system with avenues for interacting with the generator should a generator break down for bipartisan reason, and access to a gas panel underneath should the gas valves need adjusting.
I have a
That
question.
didn't answer our question, Ace.
Oh, sorry.
There's no obvious cord to mess with, as most of everything is inlaid.
So here is my question
Do-
then, DM. Or I guess I'd be asking. No, you go ahead. Sorry, Rowan.
Well, I just had a quick question. What does your character know about cars? Anything?
I assume that's aimed at you, Wilda.
Yeah, or the basics of chemistry of any kind.
I have a +0 in vehicles.
Okay, but you've assumedly went through high school.
No.
They're in high school.
Player,
We-
yes,
we
they're
are-
in high school. In fact, we
Yes.
are technically sophomores.
Well, this was something I learned freshman year, so I'm not sure if it's something that she would know. Fire requires 3 things, one of which is oxygen. There has to be an air intake. If you smother
Actually-
that, it dies.
And she's a liquid. That air intake has to be strong enough to pull in enough air for what amounts to a miner or a turbine that can power a full radio tower.
Back
Mhm.
to back in character for a second as Jace. So there's no cord then?
No.
Is all of it like a single unit, or is it a generator inside a Faraday cage that is not attached to the cage?
It's not attached to the cage.
Are you strong enough to lift the generator? If so, remove the fuel cap and turn it upside down and just dump the fuel out.
I mean, yeah, that works.
To a certain point. If it's diesel, then yeah, that'll work 100%. If it's gas, the fumes linger.
Yeah, but the fumes don't last long. It's why they say running on fumes. We just need to wait it out.
I know what I have to do.
Please don't hurt yourself if you don't have to.
Well, then describe how you're going to shut off this gas generator.
Heroically.
I'm going into the motor and stopping the generation of electricity.
Yeah, that would actually be the safer route. You're not actually touching anything electric in there.
All right. Let's see. Since you're slithering inside in order to stop it, I believe that would be a strength check with a benefit of +2 given the route you're going about it.
Okay.
Don't roll like me.
I have
Don't like
bennies.
everybody, please. I have bennies. I have
This,
respect.
this is why I prefer physical dice.
13.
You have the opportunity to spend a Benny.
Okay, that's the DM saying I didn't roll high enough. So 25. I will take off the Benny in a moment.
All right, so you do go inside and you start pressing against the motor. And despite how fancy this gas system is, despite how well inlaid and the fact that it's mounted and surrounded by a Faraday cage, despite the diesel surging through and heavy in smell, whoever made this did not account for how weak they made the motor pistons, as you easily snap each of it off, causing it to lose tension and unable to generate the electrical electrical impulses. Unable to produce the electricity it was going to, as the motor has now completely failed and then completely ceased.
How much
Broken.
damage do I take?
Go ahead and give me a toughness check if you haven't already. Double
I
checking.
haven't. I'm trying to do something.
So you're facing off against Pistons right now?
Yeah.
GM, I'm going to argue for a circumstance bonus because she is water.
I will allow it. Go ahead and in fact, I'll even improve on that. Go ahead and add +5.
Okay. If I add another 5 to that, that's 13.
How many bennies do you still have left?
I'm about to look. I think I would have enough. But
Because
I
you just
kind of
used
don't
one
want
for the
to.
other one.
I want my heroic sacrifice, damn it.
Yeah, but you might want it, but would Wildo want it?
And also, it seems like kind of a weird time to do a heroic sacrifice when you're trying to stop a Sasquatch ant party. Like, it's not the most glorious.
This is my hill to die on. Stops a gas generator.
It just kind of takes away from it a little bit.
Okay, 27.
I'm sorry. There's got to be a better time.
Despite the slight discomfort, Kage, despite the slight discomfort of being in a pinched area and having to force yourself against moving pistons, it doesn't hurt as much as being physically shocked and being stuck inside that horrifying stillness and unable to interact with anything. You're you were able to convert that terror into a stalwartism as you endure what pain you could have felt from stopping the generator before
Ah.
leaking out and exiting it.
I don't like that explanation. Can I take back my Benny? I wasn't joking.
Fine, yes, you can take back the Benny.
Okay. So what happens with 13 damage? Or with me rolling a 13?
Wait, what was the explanation?
The
'Cause I
initial
kind of missed it.
the initial explanation was used by channeling her fear of being electrocuted and reconsidering it, she's able to stalwart repressurizing and breaking the pistons in order to ignore the pain. She didn't like that explanation,
Nope.
so she's asking what she would have gone with a 13.
GM, she's water. Water doesn't compress. We mentioned this like 5 minutes ago. It is like the most impact resistant type of material in the universe.
There's a
It actually
reason
expands when it freezes.
There's a reason why hitting the surface of water really damn hurts when it's solid.
That's why you have to break surface tension.
Let me say this. I would rather be taking damage.
Player you or Wilda you?
Player me.
Then Wilda you wouldn't.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't think any damage you get would be from getting smacked around by the pistons as much as it would be from getting contaminated with the fuel.
Yeah.
Which is funny
What about the
because
heat generation?
What?
What about the heat generation?
Heat generation, water expands, and I'm sorry, but that engine, even at the temperature it's probably running at, is not enough to boil water. Because most of the stuff that comes from those, the heat generation comes from the pistons of rotating whatever it is that's generating the electricity. and the explosions of the gas. And even then, most of those flashes only last for a microsecond.
It would probably be contamination damage.
Even then, it's literally an oil-based substance and water. They don't like being mixed. It's damn near impossible to get them to properly mix.
So let me try it like this. You go in and start meddling with the motor. As you're trying to swirl about, going through every crevice, try to either slow the progression or turn it or break it off. The churning of the oil seems to give that sidekick sensation that your hands and legs are constantly separating and reattaching as parts of the water gets interrupted by oil and then reconnected as the oil remixes back to itself. After about 12 seconds, you're able to break off the pistons through unnatural churning and wearing out the inner pins. But as you pull yourself out from the water, you do feel numb and about. You take a bruise and feel somewhat dazed as you return back out to the air, exiting the Faraday cage, having shut off the gas. Is that better? Is that all right? Does that sound
That
more
will
plausible?
That will function.
I don't feel
Kage or
so
Wilda?
good.
As you escape out of there, Dahlia, you go and aim your gun at the south one, getting ready to finish the job for that one. When it suddenly stops and the music cuts off as the power stops. At this point, you feel a slight stillness start underneath you. And when you look down, that's when you realize you were on top of the fourth speaker. I was expecting a complaint and how dare you, but okay.
Back.
Dahlia just got back.
What I miss?
You're standing on a speaker.
Okay, so as I was explaining, Dahlia, as you go and point your gun at the south one, ready to finish the job, it suddenly cuts off as Wilda exits out of the Faraday cage enclosed gas system or a gas generator, having turned it off, but incurring a general numbness over her body. You, as you get up, realize that there's a sudden stillness that began underneath you right as that cut out. And as you look down, that's when you realize you were on top of the fourth speaker all along.
Oh, god damn it. She checks to make sure it's clear and then decides to shoot it for good measure if no one's there.
As you look around, everyone is either running away after realizing, oh my God, there's a Bigfoot there, and there's a Catman there. There's a cryptid fight going on. This is too much for my mind. I gotta get out of here. I don't want to die. It's all sparse all over the place. Several people are going around. There's a couple of really, really patient-looking hippies with a very dumbstruck smile on their face, just staring up in general, neither towards you or towards the sky or towards them. But in essence, you're not being looked at hard enough to be noticed as you start taking a couple of shots underneath yourself in order to take out the speaker for feel good measures.
Just in case it comes back up. And she says, okay, problem solved.
Problem
And
solved
then
for
goes
those,
looking
yes.
around for her friends in the chaos.
As you look around, you do spy Spencer. Spencer, the curious thing occurred as the being in your arms goes from raging and wanting to hurt somebody to calming down and then proceeds to shrink as the music stops, as the entire system halts, and in your arms is now no longer a giant Sasquatch, but just a simple chimpanzee that has fallen asleep after all the stress it has endured. You're now carrying a chimpanzee.
Me want orange. Orange now want.
What?
I think he's making fun of Coco.
Just a little bit. You give me orange, want orange. Me want orange now.
I was so sure he was going to shrink into another cryptid. Like he would just turn out to have been a very hairy leprechaun.
Turns out to be
Nah,
Okay,
the
so
entire time.
just a chimpanzee. So at this point, Spencer's gonna drape the chimpanzee arms around his neck and just kind of carry it.
what was that? What was that transient?
Oh, I was just imagining it shrinking down into a jackalope the entire time.
Oh, that would have been adorable. Oh, let's get you back to Arizona, buddy.
Oh goodness. Looking at the time as we wrap up this. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to know where he got a chimpanzee. Man's got connections.
This is Mr. Himmel we're talking about. This is Dr. Himmel we're talking about. This is the same
Dr.
Dr. Himmel
Himmel's
that
facility in Africa.
I mean, drug testing is an easy way, military funding.
Local
How else
zoo.
am I going to make sure my super soldiers are properly examined? The closest cousins we have are the chimpanzees, and I shall use them to as I see fit.
For a second, he sounded French, which would have
Out
been
of-
hilarious.
Out of curiosity, DM, this chimpanzee doesn't have like actual human-like brainwaves, does it? I just recalled absent-mindedly that fucking Himmel had the mutagen from TMNT and was turning people into monsters a while back.
Uh-oh.
I'm glad you recall that fact. That fact is still a thing. But thankfully, no, this is just a regular chimpanzee. No human theta waves coming off of it for your sake.
I
So
just
Oh,
have
no.
to double
You're able to
check.
pick that up.
I'm
Just
gonna
had
look
to
at
make
them.
sure.
I'm gonna look at the monkey. Sorry, the chimpanzee. Is it like asleep now, or is it like dozing off?
It has fallen asleep due to the amount of stress on its body. As you
Well-
guys technically will have the chance to look about the encampment here.
I gotta go to bed, so that'll have to be next session.
Yep, I was about to say, at this point, we'll call it for next session by wrapping it up with the amount of hashtags you guys have left me here. Hashtag Dibs Protocol. Hashtag we will have a super tank destroyer that can move by the end of this. Hashtag Papa Bear chill. Hashtag should we call ambulance? Hashtag does name John smell toast? Hashtag I understood that reference. Hashtag simmer down now. Hashtag Jace, the inside of my skull, the world's most violent game of Pong. Hashtag I'm an imaginary angry squatch trying to give Jace the Bane treatment. Hashtag DM got nega Greg. How did I get nega Greg? Oh god. Hashtag leprechaun the whole time. Hashtag this is more dangerous than a Sasquatch DM. Hashtag this is an unattended chimpanzee. Hashtag taking care of a chimp. Nose goes not it. We thank you all for joining us here at session today, and hope that you all had a couple of laughs with us alongside. And we'll try to pick this back up in another 2 weeks from now, moving into November, despite us still enjoying the fact that it's September in game, almost the end of September, beginning of October. Once more, we hope to see you all then, and everyone, say later. Till next time.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.